Well, I'm back and I got another video for you. Hakuryu, Tier 10 Japanese aircraft carrier from the tech tree. And this is my first battle where I have Concealment Expert. I was grinding it out for a while and then I finally got tired of it because I went ahead and used my free Commander XP to unlock it. I just ran out of patience, and playing without Concealment Expert, I found it to be just a little too difficult. And if you don't know what it does, it brings my plane's detection down to about 6 kilometers, which is nearly the detection range of some of the better destroyers. So I can be very sneaky now with my planes, and that's so important because it allows me to escape AA damage without having to get too far away. I can detect a cruiser. They will already be able to shoot at my planes by the time I spot them, but then I can turn around and get 6 kilometers away and they stop firing. So here I am, I'm just looking for DDs, and that's what these torpedo bombers are so good at, with that 6 kilometer detection, because as soon as you're detected, you know something is very close. And Yenseng pops up, and I want to steer him away from the cap, so I'm going to drop a little bit awkwardly, but I'm going to force him to turn away. I don't expect to hit him, but I want to steer him. I want to prevent him from entering the cap. And if he does enter the cap, I want him to enter in the way that I decide, which is like straight ahead down the middle, not hugging an island and getting into a good position to pop his smoke.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
So here, he's heading straight into that island, so he's going to have to either brake left or brake right. And I'm betting he's going to turn left. And I aim my bombers.
We're under attack.
Got a good drop there.
Reporting the target position.
Looks like, yeah, got it. One hit. Caused a flood. Not a very problematic for a destroyer, but I'm pretty sure they all instantly repair floods, because the old mechanic where flooding was so super dangerous, people just automatically repair floods immediately, even though they're not so painful anymore. I had to open my cone up a little bit at the last second by turning to ensure that my torpedo would hit the target, because I wasn't sure if he's going to break free of that island or not, but luckily he was utterly beached and couldn't move. And there we go. Bravo is now clear. My destroyer is about to approach. We've got some action at A. Enemies capping. But I want to make sure that we're free to get into B after taking out that one DD. I don't imagine there's another one coming up. And my team just spotted the other destroyer. He's hanging around over C. No smoke, so I'm gonna approach him and see if I can get a couple hits on him and do some spotting. That's always the goal. You can see my detection on these planes is 8.1, not nearly as good for spotting, but I know exactly where he is, so it hardly matters. As soon as I'm detected, I put the brakes on, and that's usually good enough to get my rocket planes off. Not always. If they're coming directly towards me at full speed, then I will still overrun them. But he was just meandering along. Surprised he didn't drop the smoke already. But there he goes with the smoke. That's going to prevent me from doing anything further to him. And with my plane spotted and the enemy CV dropped a fighter, I'm just losing planes. So, okay. Alright, the Gary went in and got B. I was hoping someone would do that. He was right there. Ooh, DD just popped up in A. Now I could go and investigate him. That's the Benson. That'd be really nice if we could take him out. Gonna take a look where they got a Des Moines over there. Serious AA on that guy. Hard to approach Des Moines. I got a Monarch. He looks like he's about to take a torp. Or 2. Or 3. Or 4. The fighters are on me, so I've got to pull out instantly. Probably going to lose planes. But 2 hits, it's worth losing a few planes. Hakuryu has quite a few. I think you start off with 24 on deck, so it's not the worst thing to lose a few planes if it means for sure you're gonna do damage to a ship. And I was taking the chance that he would have repaired and maybe land a flood. That didn't happen this time, but you know, you gotta take some risks. You can't keep every single one of your planes as if they're, you know, your precious children. You gotta throw some away sometimes. They have a lot of AA in the A cap. Kremlin is so good with this AA. And they've seen me over here, so I'm pretty sure they've already got their vectors pointing my way. So any kind of approach I make is going to be just stomped down immediately. And I don't like to lose torpedo bombers, frankly, especially for no reason. A Des Moines and Kremlin will totally wreck my planes. And Buffalo's pretty dangerous too here, so I'm going to pull away. Going to make that 6 kilometer detection. Oh, it's so nice. So he can't fire at me. Even though he has plenty of range, he's got nothing to shoot at. I'm not detected. Extraordinarily helpful because I'm kind of kiting the way a DD might. I just keep my distance until I'm ready to make the attack, and then I use my heel as a way of temporarily giving my planes invulnerability to AA. Got 2 hits on him, and wasn't this convenient for the Montana to just it comes straight forward into. I wasn't even planning on hitting them, but the lineup was too perfect. It's always nice when you can just drop and then instantly drop again. That doesn't happen often, but gotta take advantage. DD smoke has expired, so I've got my rocket planes. Gonna see what I can do. I don't know what his health is at this point. Got him. I think I did a pretty solid rocket attack, maybe 5,000, and I'm not sure how much my team followed up on that. Once he was smoked, I have no idea. And he smoked again instantly this time. Okay, he's learned from his mistake evidently. But that means he can't fire at me. Now, I know he's close. I don't expect to hit him here. You get lucky sometimes, but I make him aware that my planes are there. And yet still, he comes out of his own smoke. And with 4,000 health, teammate takes him down to 1,900, and I do the rest.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
Good teamwork there. And we've got B and C tied up nicely. And as far as I can see, there's no other enemies on this side of the map. So I'm going to turn my plane around so that I can launch them towards the enemy and not, away. cut my flight time down. Way I can do more damage. And plus, being right next to an island is always where a CV should try to be. You know, you eliminate gunfire from a lot of angles when you do that. Let's see, the Des Moines is my first target. I've got 6 planes in reserve. I'm thinking I'm just gonna go for it. I've got my heel, try and hit them, and then I see the Charles Martel and I'm thinking, oh, there's a possibility for 2 strikes in a row, just like I just pulled off. And drop the Des Moines, hit the brakes, and can't get it off. Just out of my reach. I'm gonna have to turn around and hover over his AA. More than I wanted to, definitely. But I did get the Des Moines kill. Bit of a kill steal there. Let's see if he turns left or right. I'm waiting. And he commits to the turn, so
We're under attack.
that's a surefire hit there. He's committed to the turn, and I can just drop right behind him. The flak from the Benson is not too bad, but I dropped my fighters in order to reduce the amount that my torpedo bombers are taking.
We're under attack.
It looks like a good drop, but I'm watching from afar and I can see that one of my torpedoes hit but was not armed and just smacked harmlessly into his side. He drops his smoke. I'm coming with my rockets. I'm sure he's aware that I'm going to be doing that, so smoking is probably a very smart idea. But what he does here is keep running. And if he'd have just stayed still, he might have been fine. I don't know what the DDs like to make a big circular smoke screen. Is that the idea? I'm not sure what his strategy is here, honestly. Because I can see him. And if he'd have just reversed at some point, he would have been fine. I don't get a good hit on him though, and now my planes are detected, and they're not. All right, great. So I don't have to worry about his AA. I can hover over him a little bit if I want, but I've only got the 3. So I'm thinking I should probably just pull my planes back and let my fighter do the spotting. And he shows up just as I'm about to do so, with his engine knocked out.
Our victory is in sight.
Teammate follows up, and that's the kill. Alright, so I can, since I'm here anyway, try to get a fire on the Curvers. Curvers has good AA as well, and with 3 planes I'm not going to have a very strong attack here, but I just kind of throw them out anyway because I'm not likely going to need these rocket planes again in the match. Going to focus on my torpedoes and dive bombers from this point on.
Airborne.
Only the Zhao and Curvers are left, so I can see my team is going to get the Curvers, so I just start steering towards the Zhao. Zhao is full health, so I've got plenty of opportunity for damage. And I'm ready for a Citadel. It can be pretty hit and miss with these AP bombers. I don't get as consistent of damage as I do with torpedoes, so they're not my favorite, and they don't have the excellent concealment rating of the torpedo bombers. I don't know why that is, but that's how the game is. And they also don't have a heel, so they're not as durable. So I usually only take them out when something else is on cooldown. He's pretty low health here, but a citadel might be enough to take them down. I got a pretty good sight picture. The fighters are on me. Make my drop, and citadel right there.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
And I just love having the Concealment Expert. It makes so much different. The battle would have probably turned out differently for me if I didn't have that skill. It's just too important and useful to not put it on your carrier. I wish I'd have picked it first, but I had a well-rounded commander, but I did not have Concealment Expert, so I ended up using free XP to unlock it, and this is my first battle with it. You can see right here I have exactly the same commander XP as I got from this battle, because it was 0 before this moment. Alright, and it was a great round. Team did good. I might have been top of the team, but that was with a couple kill steals. I looked at the Zhao, only 2,000 damage, even though I got a citadel and the kill, but I guess someone hit him right before I did. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. I'm gonna enjoy Hakuryu with the Concealment Expert. It is a must-have skill, and this game's just one indication of that being the case. That's it for this round. Good luck, commanders, and I'll see you next time.